Gone are the dense crowds from the early days of what few here still dare to call a revolution. For 5 months, protesters have demanded jobs, an end to corruption and sweeping political reform. But the government has offered few concessions, instead responding with what the UN has called excessive force. Those who remain in the protest squares are young men from Baghdad's poorest neighborhoods with nothing to lose.
Someone came to us and said, "You're young, why don't you work? Where are the jobs? Are they waiting for us?" There are no jobs, unless it's humiliating work.
Many of those who remain feel like they've reached a point of no return. They can't abandon the cause, even if only out of fear for their own safety.
My house is in the Al-Shab neighborhood. The moment I leave here to go home, they'll kidnap me. They followed me more than once and I hardly got away.
The size of the protests is reduced, but not the attacks against them. Anti-riot police have recently begun to use hunting rifles to fire at protesters and medics.
This is what they are using at the moment. The ammunition they used before was smaller. When this is fired, it explodes into shrapnel that hits your entire body. We have a lot of medics who got injured, even people from the Red Crescent.
The injured are rushed to nearby medical tents, where volunteers provide first aid before serious cases are taken to nearby hospitals. In the hour Al Jazeera was here, we saw half a dozen gunshot injuries in just this one tent. One person had shrapnel in his chest, another in his eye. Those who recover vow to keep going until the end, whatever that may be.
Iraq's protest movement appears to be struggling to stay alive. And with the world's attention elsewhere, the radical changes protesters want seem increasingly distant. Iraq's president is due to nominate a new prime minister on March the 17th, but some analysts say that there is less pressure than ever on the political establishment to meet the demands of demonstrators. Simona, Foltyn, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.